everybody, and welcome back to Crime in Sports.
Yay!
Yay, indeed, Jimmy. Yay, indeed. My name is James Petrogallo. I'm here with my co-host.
I'm Jimmy Wisman.
Thank you, folks, so much for joining us today for part 3 of Quintin Dailey. Going to finish this one up today and then start some other crazy stuff next week. Very excited for this. This has been a fun one. I'm enjoying Quintin Dailey. He's
I don't want him to leave.
No, I don't either. I'm going to miss him, to be honest with you. I love the guys that just keep ebbing and flowing. I'm good now. I'm a disaster.
Yeah.
No, now I'm fine. Oh, now I'm not. I just love that.
Actively trying to make their career non-existent.
I mean, with so much force and so much just
so
want,
mad.
and it doesn't matter. So anyway, we'll get to all that. Before we do, head over to shutupandgivememurder.com. Check out everything we have there, merchandise and everything else. Also, tickets for Small Town Murder live shows. Get those right now, including September 18th in Minneapolis, September 19th, or September 18th in Milwaukee, September 19th in Minneapolis, and then Dallas, San Jose, Sacramento, Terrytown, Boston. Get in there, everybody. Get your tickets. That's shutupandgivememurder.com. Get yourself Patreon. Do yourself a favor. Patreon.com/CrimeInSports is where you get all the bonus material. Anybody, all you have to be is $5 a month or more, whatever you want to do, and you get everything we put out, including as soon as you subscribe, you're going to get hundreds of back bonus episodes, almost 400 of them immediately upon subscription, including the personal ads one that we just did that was absolutely hilarious, and that false prophet documentary. That was crazy. You get all that. Then you get every other week, you get 2 new ones, one Crime in Sports, one Small Town Murder, and you get them all this week. For Crime in Sports, we're going to talk about the Power Team.
Let's do it.
Which, if you watched any TV and flipped through the TV in the 90s, you would have seen on these Christian channels, these Power Team. It was a bunch of really roided up guys, like bending rebars and ripping phone books and then screaming, "Thank you, Jesus!" And like they were like, you know, they pretended like it was just pure Christ in that needle that they were injecting into their asses. That's what they're pretending. And then there was scandal, of course, and everything else. So we'll talk about that. And then for Small Town Murder, it is internet salad time. We're going to go through the internet and find everything that has to do with not politics. And we're going to talk about it and make fun of it. So that's a good time. That's patreon.com/CrimeInSports. So do that. And you also get all the shows we put out, Crime in Sports, Your Stupid Opinion, Small Town Murder, all ad-free. Ad-free. With your Patreon. Then you also get a shout-out at the end of the show where Jimmy will mispronounce your name, but he'd like to get it correct. So don't worry about that. That said, all right, let's dive in. Part 3, the final part of Quintin Dailey. Let's see here. Well, when we left off, there was a lot of fluff going on.
Yeah.
A lot of fluff. Absolutely. This was big fluff pieces about how, you know, he had it all and he almost lost it and now he's so much better. And, you know, he's married to a woman named Angela now and everything's wonderful. And she, you know, she never had any idea he did drugs because he never did drugs at home, only out in the world. And it was a lot going on. So then May 11th, 1988, it is Rap for Peace.
May as well.
Rap for Peace. Now, he plays for the Clippers at this point, so he's in L.A., and this is it's the headline of the article is Rap for Peace event offers gang alternatives. You can rap instead. 1988 rapping. Oh, boy.
Oh, my.
In response to the escalating gang violence in the Los Angeles area, the LA Games Committee and the Community Youth Gang Services will bring together California youth on Friday in efforts to promote peace and brotherhood as an alternative to gang membership. That didn't work for quite a while, I would say. The Rap for Peace Symposium, emceed by the Los Angeles Clippers' Quintin Dailey. What? Where'd they pick him out of their asses to do this?
He's the MC.
He's the MC of this event. Why him? How many Lakers? How many Lakers, Clippers, Dodgers, Angels? There's so many athletes. King, you could. I don't think you're going to have any Kings players on Rap for Peace.
No.
We're going to bring in Wayne Gretzky to introduce. some people here. We're going to bring in Canadian white people to talk about how you guys should stop shooting each other. That works.
Be nice.
Be nice. Why can't you just be nice like us? What the hell?
We'll bring some Canadians in. That'll do it.
Canadians are nice. Yeah, they'll end up getting shot. So that and KABC traffic watch reporter Captain Jorge Jarin. Or Yarin. Captain, because he's a
because he's a plane. Yeah.
He's a helicopter pilot. Yeah. We'll see junior high and high school age. Oh, Christ, this isn't even adults. This is children.
Oh, my God. These are children.
Imagine 12-year-olds in 1988 rapping to you about how you shouldn't be in a gang. Holy fuck, I think I'd kill myself. I would halfway through the performance, I'd join 3 gangs.
I'd be pretty mad.
I'd be in so many gangs by the end of this performance. So we'll youth performing original rap songs, and rap is in quotes, like it's a thing that's like a new phrase. We'll perform original, quote, rap songs with a positive theme of peace.
A quote rap song.
Yeah, quote rap. Rippity, rippity, rap. Fucking, oh my God, that is so funny. The youths have been competing in Southern California preliminaries for 6 months to get to this stage. The groups hope to target the more than 500 schools from the greater Los Angeles area, and the events begin at 2 p.m. At the 7-Eleven Olympic Velodrome at California State University, Dominguez Hills. Okay, so he did that. He emceed. That year, he plays in 67 games for the Clippers. That's 87-88. Starts 7 games, 19.1 points per game, or minutes per game. So his minutes are way down. 13.4 points a game. 2.3 rebounds.
So still contributing even with limited time.
Yeah, you put him out there, he'll score. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if he's fat, doesn't matter if he's on coke. If you put him out there,
he's figuring it out.
He'll score the ball. I mean, it's like Bernard King. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Except Bernard King was a much better player. But Bernard King, no matter what he was on, no matter whatever it is, you give him the ball, he's going for 30. I mean, that's it. It's just the way it works. Quintin makes $135,000 that year.
Oh.
Which for NBA players isn't that much, but
no,
for for like regular work, that's a lot of money in 1988. So
sure is. Yeah.
August 16th, 1988, the Niagara Falls Review. This paper's from, and it says, "Are fans important?" A reader asked, "Would the game be different if there were no fans in the arena?" That's the question, and they're asking different players this. So Quintin Dailey's got an answer here for this. Are fans important?
It's a great question.
It is. I think they are. So,
well, it depends.
Well, I don't know. If you watch those bubble games, they were fucking awful. You know what I mean? Terrible.
If you're doing something that needs an audience, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in 2020, we realized sports is one of those things.
Right.
Because those games with no people were fucking unwatchable.
That sucked.
That was unwatchable. It was terrible. And I've seen, like, in wrestling, they tried to do dark matches, not dark matches, like before the show actually starts. That's a dark match. But they've tried to do matches with no people in them. There's a famous one from the 80s. I think Terry Funk and Jerry Lawler, maybe, somebody like that. And there's they did it in the 90s, too.
It's just bad.
WWE did it. It's terrible.
Yeah.
The guys need something to feed off of. People need.
Yes.
I mean, we're comedians. Obviously, if there's no audience, you have nothing.
That's the worst.
You have nothing at that point. You're just talking to yourself, which is that
during lockdown when they put cars and people in cars in drive-ins and were honking for applause.
Work.
That ain't it.
Can't
do it.
Work. There's an energy.
That sucks.
No, you're just putting it out there, and you're going, You might as well go out in your yard and yell into the stars and expect
just go
something.
Yell at traffic. There'll be horns.
People will beep. They will.
Yeah.
So Quintin says a lot of people in this league are showmen. Those guys need the fans to motivate them. Sometimes I'm one of those guys.
Sometimes.
I don't know about that, though, too. And I'm not sure if – I don't know. Because you play – plenty of guys play on playgrounds with nobody watching, and they play just as fucking hard, and they play to shit on the other guy and to beat the other guy and be able to talk shit about him. And really, whoever's watching is irrelevant at that point.
Yeah.
It's probably different when you're used to having 20,000 people screaming. That might be a different story.
And when somebody bought a ticket to see this shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
At that point, you're financially invested. You're going to give give energy too.
Well, and some of the guys like it on the road when people are shitty to them, and they get an energy out of that too that they like. And so, who knows? October 9th, 1988, They're talking about the Clippers, and they're saying Danny Manning and Charles Smith, the first and third players chosen. God, that's not a good third pick there, Charles Smith.
Charles Smith wasn't that bad, was he? Didn't he play for the Knicks?
Yeah, he wasn't that good at all. He was the guy who couldn't fucking get that layup in to win a playoff game. Who fucking missed like 5 layups in a row. Something like that. But he's one of those guys that was supposed to be much better than he was and never quite did it.
Yeah.
For a number 3 overall pick, it's got to be better than that.
For 3 overall. And he was a 3 in the lineup too. So
4 sometimes.
Did he?
Yeah,
did he run
he
power?
played down low a lot. Yeah, for the Knicks,
Really?
they put him down there. Danny Manning was a fine player. Never lived up to number 1 pick.
Best.
Never lived up to that number
Not
1
number 1.
pick.
No.
But a great guy, definitely a first round player, and a guy who's had injuries that hurt him a lot too.
Yeah, he was billed as like a tough man too for a long time, and he filled that role with the Clippers for a while.
Kansas, I want to say Kansas was his college.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and then when he was on the Suns, he was like older and kind of broken down a little bit,
beaten down.
Beaten down.
He played
a
for
little bit. Great
Cleveland
player.
too.
You think everyone the same thing he said for Charles Smith?
No, I think he
I think Danny
Charles
Manning
may
did
have
play
gone
for
to Cleveland
Yeah.
in a trade for somebody.
Yeah, possibly. I don't remember if Charles Smith came right from the Clippers to the Knicks or not. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Either way, they were the first and third players chosen in the draft. The Clippers had the first and third picks.
Wow.
And they picked those 2. And
Were they that shitty and they traded stuff away to get those?
they were so bad.
Trying so hard to get good.
They were so. Remember, we were going through it. They were winning like 12 games a year. They were terrible, losing.
Oh God, they were one of the worst teams. I couldn't believe they still existed when I was a kid. They were so bad.
Incredible. Yeah, I was waiting for them to go out of business. Just like you Clippers game tonight, and you go and there's just wood up over the over the windows and shit. Oh, what happened?
Any
newspaper
business.
blowing by in the wind, ball of newspaper. What's going on out here? Just some old guy sweeping in front. Ain't been Clippers around here since '46.
Any business that performed like the Clippers in this country would have folded after 2 years.
Yeah.
And somehow they just kept going.
They kept going. It's the weirdest fucking thing. Yeah, they're a complete failure. And they kept, and now it's, they've been fine for the last 15 years or so. And now the NBA, it's impossible to lose money. So, back then you could lose money, but now you can't.
They've set it up to make it be just lucrative no matter what.
No matter what. Yeah, they're big in people think the NBA only cares about whether Americans like them or not. Like, they better want Americans to watch. They don't care about America at all.
I don't care if we watch or not.
There's 1.5 billion people in China, and they fucking love the NBA. And they could care less whether you buy a ticket or not. That does not matter to them.
And they're arrogant about how ugly this shit is.
They don't care. No. Don't give a shit. So anyway, these 2 became holdouts when both failed to sign in time for the opening of the Clippers training camp. And that's when that's the calling card of a shit team, of a terrible franchise.
When you're 1 and 3 drafted overall, don't sign.
Holding out. Yeah. Remember the Cardinals every fucking year, they'd have a top 10 draft pick, and every year that dude would be holding out till 3/4 of the way through training camp because they wouldn't pay him what everyone else pays in the league.
Yeah.
And then they'd come in, have a shit rookie year because they weren't in training camp, and they did it rinse and fucking repeat. Constantly.
Yeah.
Would ruin guys like that. The Clippers did announce one signing Friday, veteran free agent guard Quintin Dailey.
Oh, he's in.
He's only 27 at this point, and it seems like he's been, like 35, trying to hang on for another year or 2.
Veteran free agent.
Wow, that is a lot. They currently have 16 players in camp, including what is believed to be the tallest player ever signed to the NBA, 7'8" George Bell.
George Bell?
Who the fuck is that?
Who the fuck is George Bell?
I had no idea.
I mean, Murasan, sure. Bell?
There's the other guy, the Jorge guy, who was the Atlanta Hawks signed him around this time, and he became the wrestler. He became that giant Elegante and what the fuck was he? He was in WWE and in Giant Gonzalez. He was in WWF, and he was Elegante in WCW. Remember in WWF, he wore the furry man suit. He's this big skinny guy, and he wore this suit that had like fur patches on it and muscles drawn on the suit, and that's what he wore over his whole thing. It was terrible, but Ted Turner signed him because he was so huge. He was some Argentinian guy. He was like 7'7", and he signed him, and he's terrible at basketball. Looked like he was going to break. So then he just
wore a muscle shirt.
But he had him signed to a contract, so he just said, okay, you have to wrestle instead.
Wow.
Because if you want to get paid, you have to wrestle now. So it was like, okay, sure. I guess I'll wrestle.
Yeah.
So I don't know who the fuck George Bell is, though. 88-89 Clippers are 21-61. Jesus Christ, they suck.
God damn.
And this is split between two coaches. One won 11 games and one won 10 games. So they're equally terrible. It has nothing to do. They have like the same records. So when you have that, this has nothing to do with coaching. This is a bad team.
It's just a shitty team.
Yeah. This is when you fire the GM.
Yeah.
And the GM, though, problem is Elgin Baylor, who's an LA legend. UCLA
yeah, he's one
legend.
of the best. He's a Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer. So they have a hard time. When you this is a problem when you hire these Hall of Fame guys that everybody loves and then they're not good at jobs.
Right.
How do you fire this guy? You know?
And it's not necessarily that he's not good at the job. It's that
he's
he
not
just
good at the
doesn't
job.
know what he's doing.
Yeah, he's not good at it. They hired him because his name's Elgin Baylor, not because he's a great general manager. You know what I mean? And he comes in here and he fucking drafts Charles Smith third overall and then can't even sign him. So, I mean, that's not good. It's a bad
How long did
move.
he do that, Elgin Baylor?
Every year I've seen he's been the GM of this team.
How long was he the GM?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure.
A decade or better?
I think he was there a long time.
Wow.
I think he was there a long fucking time because the Clippers.
What have you done?
Yeah, the Clippers that was a problem. I mean, he was a terrible fucking GM. Obviously, you can't build this roster year after year after year and be a good GM. It's just not possible. Everybody else can draft their way out of that. This roster: Ken Norman, Danny Manning, Benoit Benjamin, Benoit Benjamin, Charles Smith, Gary Grant, Norm Nixon. Norm Nixon still playing? Norm Nixon was the guy who was pissed off when Magic Johnson got drafted because it kind of knocked him out of the starting lineup.
Really?
Yeah, well, for the Lakers. I mean, he was a big star with the Lakers back in the day, so that's why he's in L.A., and that's why they signed him, but he's 33 at this point.
The man generally managed the Clippers for 22 fucking years,
22.
James.
When did he stop? What was the last year?
2006, he was executive
right before
of the
they got
year.
decent.
Yeah.
Right, as a executive. Only took him 20 years to figure out how to draft the roster? Holy crap.
22 years. He was relieved of duties in 2008, 2009.
Wow. Hey, say what you want about Donald Sterling. He's a racist and an asshole and all that.
Yeah.
But boy, is he patient. I'll say that much for him. My God, is he patient. I'd have fired this motherfucker the second he couldn't sign Charles Smith. It'd be like, get the fuck out of here. We've won 12 games every year, and you can't sign a mediocre fucking forward. No.
That is fascinating.
That is fascinating.
That's what happens when you're that good at a sport.
Yeah.
They will have patience forever.
They'll give you a long time. There's a lot of sports. That's true. Football, they don't give you shit. Football, they'll fire. They're ruthless there.
Oh my God, Elway
NFL's
was there
the most ruthless sport ever.
They fucking ran him out so fast.
I mean, they fired Tom fucking Landry. You know what I mean? It's like they do not care what you've done.
I feel like Elway was football operations for
he was like
20 years though.
President of football operations or some more shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is. I don't know what that does.
Nobody knows what that is.
They hire the GM, maybe. That's about it. Yeah. So Joe Wolf, Tom Garrick, Reggie Williams, Ken Bannister, Kevin Williams, Greg Kite. Ugh, remember Greg Kite?
Yeah.
Big white stiff. Remember him?
Jesus.
Oh, he was terrible. Big center. Big stiffest.
I do remember him, but
Stiff
is he Hall of
Orlando.
Famer too?
Fuck no. He averaged 1.9 points a game this year. He's terrible.
Oh, Jesus.
He went to, I believe, Orlando when they were this next year. I think that's where
That's why I know him from the cards. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
From goddamn 91 hoops basketball cards. Fucking skybox. Eric White, Ennis Watley, Grant Gondrzak, that's how we said it. Dave Popson, Rob Locke, Rob Rose, Barry Sumter. That is a terrible team.
That's real bad.
Ken Norman leads the team in points per game.
What year was that?
88, 89.
Yeah, in a league that has the Pistons.
Yeah,
they're
and the Bulls,
they're
and the Lakers. They're still the end of Showtime Lakers.
They're going to challenge Larry Bird with that lineup.
This is not good. Fuck, man.
Boy.
And they're 24th out of 25 teams in attendance that year, too. So
24th? Who the fuck was worse? The Mavericks, probably?
I'm trying to think either Dallas or, oh no, Minnesota wasn't around yet. I'm trying to think of small market teams that nobody cared about.
Yeah, maybe Seattle?
No, they sold out every goddamn game. Seattle, they loved them.
Did they?
Fuck Seattle. Their fans were great. They never left because they lost fan support at all.
Maybe
they
the
left because they didn't
Sacramento
get a
Kings.
new stadium. Might have been the Kings because they're a terrible. It's a terrible market. Sacramento is fucking awful.
It's
By the
bleak.
way, we'll be at Sacramento on October 17th.
Please keep your homeless from ejaculating on my feet this time.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Get your bleak asses out there. That place is rough. So anyway, February 7th, 1989. Quintin, this is amazing. This is the best headline of all time. Quintin Dailey eats himself out of a job.
What?
He eats himself out of a job, which is, how fat do you have to be exactly?
Yeah. I'm
picturing him like on the bench with like a meatball sandwich or something, like a fucking meatball parmesan on the bench going, hey, hold on, coach.
Ordering pizza and pretzels to the bench will do it.
He won't go in because he's like, well, no, I'm not done with my meatball sandwich yet. Hold on a minute. I still got half of this meatball.
It'll be cold.
Yeah, let me finish this, then I'll go in. Interim coach Don Casey didn't specify how much weight Dailey had to lose before he'd be allowed to rejoin the team, but hinted that he wanted Dailey to get down to 205 pounds. He's currently 229 pounds.
Good Lord.
He's only 6'3".
229 pounds is crazy.
That's an inch shorter than me.
Yeah.
And that's if I put on another almost 40 pounds.
I'd
be
heavy.
A fat fuck if I put on 40, unless it was like jacked fucking muscle or some crazy shit. Else I did steroids, like that would be
40 pounds of muscle is one thing, but 40 pounds of blob.
Imagine, I'd be fat.
Oof.
I'm skinny now, but I'd be fat then, real quick. 40 pounds will do it. So, wow. So he's suspended indefinitely. He's the team's leading scorer at the time with 17 points a game.
Jesus.
So I don't get why you're suspending him for being fat if he's playing better than everyone else on the team.
Playing better and putting points up are not necessarily the same, right?
What's the how do you win a game of basketball?
Yeah, I mean creating opportunity and such too. Maybe he's just lucky.
I mean, 17 points a game, for Christ's sake. That was the leading goddamn scorer. Better than your number one draft pick. Better than Greg Kite.
To win the game, you need the most points. That's a great point.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. To me, it's like, and that's he averaged 13.4 the year before, so he's up 4 points a game. So he's playing better this year. So
he
maybe
might be up 10 pounds, but he also has points.
Maybe he's like David Wells. Maybe he's just better, fatter. The fatter he is, the better.
That's possible. Yeah,
that could be possible. Maybe it gives him a little extra force. He's not, not getting pushed around out there. I'm not sure. But he was told of the suspension shortly after he arrived for the game against the Mavericks. He suffered a slight concussion in Saturday's loss to Golden State, but has been cleared to play Monday. He'll be paid during the suspension and will receive nutritional consultation and supervision from the team physician.
Supervision?
Yeah, let's get him less fat. They say Dailey's been battling weight problems since joining the Clippers in '86. What a fat fuck, man. So now he's out wandering the streets, fat and sad and dejected.
Yeah.
I mean, still getting paid, but you're not allowed to go to work because you're too fat. Everyone out there right now who has a job, imagine if you showed up one day and they said, you're too fat to come to work, go home.
It's not happening.
We're sending you home. You're too fat to be here. That would suck. And then not only that, they put it in the newspaper and on Sports Center. And on your local news and everything else that...
They did a press release about your fat ass.
That's it. That, Carrie is too fat to come to work today. So, also, Johnny and a couple other people, too fat to make it to work.
We have a physician monitoring them.
Yeah. Every day on the news, we have the fat list. These are all the people who are too fat to work today. You'd think I'd lose some goddamn weight if I was a professional athlete and all these articles are about my team says I'm too fat and I'd be like, Jesus Christ.
I might sue for defamation or something.
It can't be defamation. You are fat. Look at a picture of him. Fat. Put that picture before the jury. Ladies and gentlemen, is this a thin man? What else could he be then? Fat.
He's too fat to be slandered.
He's too fat to slander, too fat to libel. Telling you, man. So he's wandering the streets. I mean, I picture like the dejected music, like a harmonica over him.
Darkness,
Just as like as he walks, hands in pockets, watches as couples
shuffling.
Hold hands and skip. Watches as like people eat ice cream cones happily.
Watches a dog shit in the park
on their lunch break.
Day.
Yeah, watches like Bubbles when he's not fucking on heroin and he's like looking at the trees and like the kids playing and Bubbles floating.
Everything
in the air.
nice.
Everything nice
resonates.
That's what he's doing. But you know what? It's in him. It's in him. The problem too, I also, by the way, sometimes when you get cokeheads off of coke, they go to food.
Do they?
Fuck yeah. They go to sweets a lot of times because a lot of different times in the like recovery community, they replace ice cream with for drugs.
Yeah.
So that's why they get fat. they eat a lot more and when they want to do drugs, they eat sugary, fatty shit, which is not good for them.
Yeah, I've seen
it's better
people.
Than Coke.
I mean, I've seen recovery places and like meetings where they just have shit like candy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If you want that, have this instead.
That's just because you're not allowed to smoke in there anymore. They used to chain smoke. They used to just chain smoke in there.
Yeah. But that's Lolly instead.
Yeah. That's a thing though. I've heard that people they replace drugs with ice cream. That's a big deal. Ice cream or candy or sweets or chocolate or something that they can get a little rush off of. That's good. That's not drugs, basically. So he's wandering the streets and looking down at his belly, not seeing his dick. And then
I can't imagine.
He smells something delicious.
Yeah.
And he says, God damn it, I don't care if they suspend me forever. This is too good. I'm going in here. And he opens the door, and it's the shawarma man.
Hey.
And he says, how is it you've come to arrive here? Look at you. You be my best customer. You come in. No, I make for you. You soft. Look at this. You're cherubic like a Santa Claus. You know, you look at you. I like you come down my chimney. You get stuck, but you bring presents.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You obviously you get stuck. You fat in the middle. Look at you. Oh, lamb, I make for you. So nice. So nice. Hey, by the way, I hear you might have the cocaine. You know, it's shawarma man. Sometimes he dabble. You know what I mean? I dabble a little bit. I work a lot of hours. You know what I mean? Got to stay awake. But I also have daughter in college, and I hear you do rapey type thing. You know what? Sign say close. I changed my mind. I have enough customer. Also very fat. Don't need you. Sign say closed. And then poof, the place is gone. And in a cloud of tzatziki sauce and insults, the shawarma man is gone. Cucumber slices and shaved meats. It's all over with. And Quintin's very confused. He doesn't understand. He could taste the shawarma. Now he's on a mission. He's got to get some shawarma. And he's doing it. But he holds off on the shawarma. And then on February 14th, 1989, Valentine's Day, the day of love, the Clippers reinstate Quintin Dailey from the suspended list.
All the affection.
He just got, so in a week, he unfatted himself.
Well,
maybe he showed some, he lost 7 pounds or something. They were like, all right, he's trying. Also, we're losing every game because that's our top scorer.
We need points.
We need points here. February 22nd, 1989. There's an article here. It says, out of place, ? Former local schoolboy stars Williams Dailey are struggling to find their niche in the NBA. They say they were 2 of Baltimore's best high school basketball players. Now Quintin Dailey and Reggie Williams do what might be called the Baltimore Shuffle, as Clipper coach Don Casey subs one for the other, searching for a better groove. Counting last night's 123-109 loss to the Washington Bullets, the Clippers have lost 25 of their last 26 games. Oh, my God.
Holy.
Jesus Christ. That is so fucking bad.
even if you win 1 in 26, that doesn't even feel like it,
You
right?
barely remember it, probably.
Yeah.
It's just every day, I'm going to go lose today again. Like,
God
that
damn.
becomes a habit after a while.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. How does Elgin Baylor keep his job? You think if you're the owner, you fire everybody. I don't give a fuck. We can't do any worse
No.
than losing every goddamn single game. So
Or losing.
I'll put a 12-year-old in charge. They can't do worse. Who cares?
Yeah.
I have a secretary who doesn't know shit about basketball, but I'll tell you what. She's got to do better than this. This is fucking terrible. Holy shit. 36 of their last 41 games, and their 35th, this was their 35th straight road loss.
Oh, boy.
Everybody's fired. Everybody.
So they've won 1 home game out of 26. 35 away? You can't drop that many.
No, everybody's fired. I don't
In a
fucking care.
row.
The players are fired. I
Yeah.
don't care. We're done. I'll hire the Harlem Globetrotters to come out here and play. I'm tired of this shit. I would be so done with this shit. The Clippers are nothing short of depressing. That is depressing.
Oh, boy.
That's depressing. It's almost like I want to go back and find YouTube games of this season of the Clippers. They're so bad. I love bad movies and bad things like
Watch
that.
them lose?
Oh, a bad sports performance is amazing. I love looking up
Jesus.
like the biggest blowouts in NFL history and like going and watching them and just watching some quarterback throw interception after interception and fumble. It's just awesome. I just love that. It's so much fun. I love ineptitude. It's just great. Right in the middle of it all are Dailey, the former Cardinal Gibbons standout who has tried to eat his way off the team, and Jesus, that's cold, and former Dunbar star Williams, who hasn't been able to find the consistency he enjoyed as an All-America at Georgetown since joining the NBA 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. The coach said, Reggie is still trying to find himself, and Quintin needs minutes. I'm trying to get the young kids work, and that means less playing time for the vets like Quintin. They said Dailey started the season with plenty of minutes. He was and is the team's leading scorer with 17.6 point a game average, but a weight problem, which has haunted him for years, has resurfaced. He reported to training camp with 193 pounds on his 6'3" frame, but found himself suspended on February 6th because his weight ballooned to 230.
Holy.
He started at 193 in training camp, which is like August. So from
And
August to February,
40 pounds?
he put almost 40 pounds on from August to February.
That's impressive.
And that's with running miles a day.
All the time.
It's all they do is run. Literally, if you look at an NBA practice or NBA training camp or games, they run miles a day. So that, you know how much you have to fucking eat to run 12 miles a day and jump and push and do all this shit and work out too. They have a workout program. And still be fat and gain weight?
There's just got to be a gene in some guys that makes that happen. Because Oliver Miller had the same fucking problem.
He had the same, but he was fat always.
He was slow as shit.
I mean, he was fat in college. Like he was always like pudgy. He was like Charles Barkley, always a little bit pudgy.
All right.
But Oliver Miller let it get out of control way before Barkley did. That was the
man, when he was with the Raptors, holy
Christ.
Fuck.
Dude, that jersey was clinging to him for dear life. It looked like the jersey looked like when you're wet and his shirt like clings to you. That's what his jersey looked like because they just couldn't get a jersey big enough for this fat
The Kings was the worst.
His shoes were like, they looked like they were going to explode because his feet were so fat in there.
Maybe it was with the Pacers was the worst because he had those like,
he had
that weird hair too with the Pacers.
The twists that he have, those little twists,
He just looks like a super fat, like 10-year-old girl.
He looked like a big dessert cake. With some kind of like twisty chocolate shit
I feel
on top.
bad because fucking guy died horribly.
He did.
And died broke.
And broke. Quintin Dailey, I don't know how you gain that kind of weight from the beginning. It's not like he came into training camp fat and they were trying to lose it. He gained that over the course of the season. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oliver Miller looked like when he was fat with the Suns, his face still looked like, I don't know, a skinny guy. He didn't look fat in the face. When he got to it was Sacramento, Indiana time,
it was 340. It was a different story.
He was so fat.
He was so fat. It was big. And he's like, I'm just trying to put on bulk to fucking bang around with Shaq. And it's like, no, you're fat.
You're just
Shaq
a fat
had muscle
guy.
back then. He was a big muscly guy. You're a fat fuck. So his weight ballooned up to 230. Quintin Dailey says that's what they say, Because they ask him, what about this 230? And he goes, well, I mean, that's what they say I weigh. And then he goes
Probably
into
260.
one of the greatest excuses and greatest things I've ever heard. Quote, they weighed me with my clothes on, and my clothes weigh 37 pounds. That's what I've gained.
When you're 240, they probably weigh 8-10 pounds,
Well,
right?
I carry toe chains in my pockets, too. That's the other thing, so that could be a part of it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I dress like I'm going to a Misfits show, so I got a lot of metal on.
A lot of layers and metal, you never know. He said, they weighed me with my clothes on, and, depending on what you're wearing, it can add 10 pounds, says Dailey, who is now about 210. They say I have a weight problem. I'm going to take care of it. But I think the team is not winning. They think the team not winning is the issue. When you're not winning, you look for things. You can't miss you, though. You're right there. You're unmissable. You're so fat. You're the fattest thing around. How do they, When I was that weight, I was averaging 17.6 points a game. Now I'm not playing and I'm losing stats. I think they should concentrate on winning the games. So no matter how fat I am, if I'm scoring, they should probably be happy with me scoring.
Yeah. Does he look fat?
I mean, at the time, he had to. You don't gain 40 pounds.
So he doesn't look good.
If I gained 40 pounds in 4 months, you'd notice probably.
Yeah. You're going to stretch.
He said Casey admitted he does not like Dailey's weight problem being a focal point for the team's miserable performance. Yeah, you're way past one guy being fat if you're this bad. Last night, Dailey played 40 minutes, and as he alternated with Williams much of the night and managed just 3 points on 1 for 5 shooting from the field, his outside shots were short and his play was sluggish. He needs energy. He doesn't have enough food in him.
Right, yeah.
That's the problem. Casey said, this is the coach, Quintin is a real good kid who has worked very hard. What he has overcome has been remarkable. Yeah, rape and drugs. That's
right.
Yeah, it's his own doing. He's made tremendous strides. When he's in his groove, he's among the 10 best in the league.
Is that right?
I'll probably name 10 guys in the league from 1988-89 that are way better than him. Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, fucking Dominique Wilkins, Clyde
starting
Drexler,
lineup of the
Hakeem
Lakers,
Olajuwon.
starting lineup of the Pistons.
We can go just name them off, all these all-star teams that are way better than him. Wow, he said he's made tremendous strides, but now he has to get his weight in line. Gene, who's the former coach, Gene Shue, was always on him about weight, and so was the trainer. He was weighed. The problem has been pointed out strongly, and he knows that he has to lose weight. But to be fair, he hasn't been able to get the time he needs to get back in the groove. Quintin said, I'm not upset that they're asking me to lose weight. I'm dealing with it. I know when my heart is in it, I can be among the best players in the NBA. I've proven it. These days, sometimes my heart is in it, sometimes not. There are other things to worry about in life. Okay. They go on to say there's family life. He and his wife, Angela, are the parents of Quincy Angela, who is their child. Remember that? Named after both of them. Who will be a year old April 9th. Sarah's birthday. There is community service. He makes appearances throughout Los Angeles speaking to youngsters about the virtues of education and a drug-free life. Yeah. And also fatty foods. The virtues of hamburgers and fucking things like that.
Teaching him about the good fats like avocado.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what he's all about. There are advertising deals. Dailey just signed to be a spokesman for NutraSweet.
Isn't that proven? Well, back then, but isn't that bad?
I wouldn't sign a cokehead to do any ads for any white powder. Put it that way.
No.
I don't care what it is, sugar or anything else. I'm not having him with a white powder on things when he was just doing massive amounts of coke 3 years ago. That's bad for my product, I think, at that point.
I swore NutraSweet was like super bad for you, too.
I think in the end, because it was saccharin, I think, was the thing, and that ended up being bad or whatever.
What is it called?
Wasn't saccharin in that one? The
I don't know.
Sweetener?
I thought it was, well, maybe that's in Sweet and Low. I don't know.
One of them had saccharin, and then they said that was bad. And then, But NutraSweet, if you went out to eat in the 80s, that shit was on that table.
That was there, omnipresent.
That pink
everywhere.
fucking package was everywhere. Yeah. And then there is work. The Clippers are not doing well, and Dailey says the frustration of that is what drives him to eat. Drives him. March 16th, 1989. This is a fun headline. These guys just kept pounding. Just balls deep, just slapping balls all the time. Basketball is not normally a game for the roly-poly, but the Clippers are not a normal basketball team. They lose an abnormal number of games, for instance, a team character trait that has stood the test of time. And funny things happen to the Clippers. For instance, a month ago, they noticed that their center and their point guard seemed to be gaining weight. Benoit Benjamin and Quintin Dailey, the team's co-captains, were putting on pounds despite the grueling nature of the sport and draining grind of the National Basketball Association. Ben and Q were starting to look like Tweedledum and Tweedledee of Through the Looking Glass. The Clippers were giving new meaning to the terms expansion team and rounding into midseason form. Dailey, Dailey in particular, confounded modern medical science by putting on about 36 pounds after training camp, and it's not from steroids. It wasn't muscle, it was just fat. He's just a fat fuck.
Just a fat guy.
So the Clippers suspended their leading scorer, which angered and embarrassed him. Now we skip ahead to the present. Dailey has slimmed down again using his revolutionary Woody Woodpecker diet. The fuck is that? What is that?
Small bites?
Do so much coke you're hyper and bang your head against a tree?
Yeah.
Wow. Benjamin has slimmed down too. And this is written, as this is written, the Clippers are riding a 2-game winning streak and are drawing raves around the league for their improved play and spirit.
Two games.
2 games. They've won 2 in a row. We win another. That's called a winning streak. Okay. Dailey said, I got to own up to it. It did get a little out of hand. Yeah. Not that he thinks that he's playing any better in his thinner self. He said, not really. I do the same things on the court. People say I look better. That's great. But before the suspension, I was playing my best ball of the last 3 or 4 years. Wow. He was like, I was in a groove, and you guys just took me out of the lineup and fucked my whole year up. Thanks a lot.
Fucked my momentum.
Fat. Yeah, let him fat. Shit, give him more. Here, what else do you want?
Yeah.
What can I get you?
Whatever. Is the Woody Woodpecker diet the thing that helped him improve his weight, or was that?
That's what he said. That's how he lost weight, the Woody Woodpecker diet. I don't know if that's a thing that we were supposed to know about back then or what. But Coach Don Casey says now he has more spring in his jump shot. We can see it from the sidelines. Yeah, but it's not going in as much. That's all that matters in basketball.
Right.
It doesn't matter how good you look jumping. It matters if the ball goes in. We showed him tapes. He was stumbling around out there compared to what he's doing now. What America wants to know, though, is A, how Dailey managed to gain 36 pounds during an NBA season, and B, how he lost 19 pounds in 1 week to earn reinstatement to the Clippers roster.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially a guy that used to do a bunch of coke.
Yeah.
Wow. He said the gaining was easy. You can run 24 minutes and be casual, he said. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but most people still wouldn't be able to gain weight if they ran for 24 minutes, casual or not.
Right. So amazing.
Wow. He explains that he's not talking about dogging or loafing, but rather playing intelligent, energy-conserving basketball. While he was conserving energy, Dailey was eating constantly. To his credit, though, not once did he order a snack delivered to the bench during a game, as he once did when he played for the Bulls. He explained, quote, munch here, munch there. You know, a little munch here, a little munch there, it adds up.
Munch.
Everywhere a munch. They said explains the Clippers' munchkin.
Munchkin.
Munchkin. Dailey was limiting himself to 1 meal a day, but it lasted 18 hours. Ha ha. The Clippers suspended him. Dailey says he was fully dressed, wearing a heavy coat. And it is true. His true weight was more like 225, which is still a load for a 6'3" guard who came in at 193. You still gained 32 pounds over the course of a fucking NBA season. Whatever his weight, he was out of a job until he lost some. The suspension was big news. Dailey would be walking through a mall and total strangers would call out, hey, Quintin, why don't you stay away from the cookie store?
Yeah.
Yeah, he can't exactly go up to a fucking Mrs. Fields location in public there. So 88-89, he plays 69 games, starts 51. That's the most games he's ever started in his entire career. 25 minutes a game, which is like third most to fourth most in his career. Averaged 16.1 points a game, which is not bad.
That's not bad.
That is goddamn good. And he made $425,000 that year.
How about it? He's on a roll now.
That is food money right there.
Yeah.
July 2nd, 1989, Dailey not invited back.
No.
The Clippers exercised their option next season for a couple people, but chose not to exercise their Quintin Dailey option. So there is that. So July 3rd, 1989, now they're saying Quintin Dailey was a bad influence. That's the paper.
On who?
The day after. He went from being a good guy to a bad influence. Real quick. I'll read the article from the Los Angeles Daily News here. Quintin Dailey was a poor influence on a team with so many young players, according to Los Angeles Clippers president Alan Rothenberg. Yeah, that's the problem. You've won 12 fucking games a year every year, and he's
that guy.
It's that guy. He's the problem. Pathetic.
Locker room cancer.
That's all it was. We would have been in a playoff team without him. I mean, obviously, even though he was the only guy scoring also. And that, he said, is why the Clippers set their starting shooting guard adrift Saturday when they chose not to pick up the option on his 2-year contract. Rothenberg said from his home in Beverly Hills, I think at this point he wasn't fitting in with what we needed. If we want to have veterans, we need ones who can give us consistent leadership. Quintin was just too consistent on and off the court.
Right.
Now, Rothenberg stressed that in no way was he suggesting that Dailey, who has 2 strikes against him under the NBA's drug policy, was involved in anything drug-related. Instead, Rothenberg points to an episode in February when he was suspended for putting on too much weight. Wow. So Dailey earned $400,000 in 88-89 and would have made $450 this year. Instead, Dailey is now an unrestricted free agent, meaning he can negotiate with any team. They said in terms of what he did getting out of shape, that was unacceptable. It's unacceptable under any circumstances, but with a young team like ours, setting that kind of example is just wrong. But he's scoring the most. He had the most points that you what the fuck? For a team that sucks, they're awfully picky. If you're in first place and this is like the 7th guy on the bench, tell him, fat fuck, go lose some weight. If this is your leading scorer and you're losing every game, 35 straight on the road, I don't care. Give him a corn dog and send him out there. Who cares? What are we talking about? I mean, honestly, you can have a handful of whipped cream when you go onto the court. I don't give a shit.
It's also a physical game at the moment. He's in his 20s. He'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll be all right. So anyway, they said that was really it. If we thought he could, we thought he could give meaningful help on the team, we would have kept him. Obviously, it's tough. What does Quintin do in there? He's really not your starting guard. When he's not playing, he sets a terrible example for the other players. Hey, thanks. Now that I'm an unrestricted free agent for publicly fucking ripping everything about me.
Yeah.
What does he really do? Even besides score more points than the other people we pay a lot more. August 3rd, 89. They say, speaking of the Clippers, they decided not to pick up the Quintin Dailey's contract. Dailey said, quote, it's time to sing that Beverly Hillbillies song. Got to load up the boat and move to Italy.
What?
That's the opposite. You're going from...
They didn't go to Italy.
Yeah. Beverly Hills, they said.
They moved up the truck. They loaded up the truck.
And moved to Beverly.
Beverly.
You're moving
Not
out
Italy.
of Beverly to Italy.
Yeah. Did he miss it?
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Yeah, I think maybe he only saw that show once or twice and messed it up. September 13th, 1989, Dailey signs a 1-year contract, not in Italy.
No?
With the Los Angeles Lakers.
Hey!
Not bad. Let's get on. That's great. The Lakers are a dynasty at this point, the end of the dynasty.
They're doing great.
They're coming off a dynasty for 10 years. Free agent guard who spent the last 3 years with the Clippers signed a 1-year guaranteed contract with the Lakers. Dailey said he would earn in the same area of the $450 he would have made with the Lakers. Mm-hmm. He said it's an honor to play with a team that can win the championship. He said, I'm not here to take a position, just to help them win. I want to be established as a winner. I've thought of myself as that, but now maybe there will be a chance to prove it to everybody else. He said, all I can say about the Clippers is they gave me a chance to get back in the league. I'm grateful to them, and I wish them the best of luck, which is pretty magnanimous after they came out and talked shit about him in the fucking paper here. Yeah. All parties refused to say if there's a weight or drug clause in his contract. Interesting. The Lakers general manager, Mitch Kupchak, said, in the past, Quintin has had a problem, but we're comfortable and confident that all his problems are in the past, including the weight. He's convinced of that, and we're excited to get him. Right. There we go. Next up, what is this, a week fucking later? That was September 13th, so that's like the beginning of training camp. October 15th, 1989, Dailey having problems fitting in with Lakers.
Oh, no.
Yep. The ball whapped off Quintin Dailey's hands and out of bounds. All eyes in the gym riveted on the burly guard of the Los Angeles Lakers. Okay, Dailey buckled at the waist. His hands firmly gripped the bottom of his sweat-drenched shorts. He gulped huge mouthfuls of clammy air in the Otto Klug gym on the University of Hawaii campus. The Lakers used to do their training camps in Hawaii.
Really?
Yeah, it was like not a bad gig. They spent like 3-4 weeks in Hawaii.
In L.A. and proximity to the beach wasn't good enough. Let's go somewhere that has more beach.
Paradise, gentlemen. Onward.
Yeah.
Let's go. But I mean, they're taking their team to Hawaii, and the Clippers aren't signing their number 1 and 3 draft picks. And you wonder why no one goes to their games, and the Lakers, everybody goes. I mean, come on.
Amazing.
What the fuck? So they say the perspiration pouring onto the wood court. On the sideline, general manager Jerry West scowled and muttered to scout Gene Tormelin. Coach Pat Riley shook his head, the corners of his mouth pointing south. The players on the court, resisting the I am beat handhold on the bottom of their shorts, averted their eyes. Clearly, none of the Lakers in training camp has struggled as much as Dailey. Indeed, if Riley were to cut the team to 12 players today instead of in 3 weeks, Dailey might not be among the designated dozen.
Riley was with the Lakers first?
Yeah, the whole Showtime Lakers is Pat Riley, the whole 80s.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's where he came from. That's how he got.
Wow.
That's how he went to the Knicks and got partial ownership and $6 million a year. It's because he won like 4 championships with the Lakers in 10 years.
Wow, so he's probably the second best coach in the history, right?
I don't know if he
in terms of victories and
he's not
winning
bad.
and
he's won a ton of championships.
He brings a legacy of winning if he's doing. It's him and fucking Triangle Man.
Yeah, then he went to the Knicks and didn't quite make it, and then robbed the Heat blind of all their fucking money. I mean, he got the deal he got from the Heat. Look up if you want to find something funny, everybody. The provisions of the Pat Riley coaching the Heat deal. It is insane. Basically, he's in charge of everything. No one can tell him shit. He gets his family gets to fly on private jets, and he gets a crazy fucking mansion, and it's insane. It's they gave him everything that you could give somebody. It's wild.
He's one of the God. I hated him so much, but he was so good.
He's good.
He's a frightening man.
I can't believe you didn't know Pat Riley was the Lakers coach. That's interesting. Yeah.
I guess I never. I mean,
in the 90s,
so
he was so with everything else. Yeah, they always showed those highlights, though. He's always on the sideline, him and Magic Johnson. But
where did he play?
I can see that.
He played, too.
Pat Riley played for the Knicks.
Knicks.
He's a tough guy kind of player.
He's always a bad man. He's a frightening man.
He's a New York guy. He's from New York, I think. Yeah. So Michael Cooper, the co-captain. Michael Cooper, by the way, people don't know who he is now. One of the greatest defenders who's ever played in the NBA. Incredible defender. Huge piece of the Showtime Lakers team. And he's a smart guy, too.
He left and won a bunch of places, too, didn't he? Seattle?
I don't think so. He was on there. Cooper was entering his 12th year with the Lakers at this point. Wow. So I think he was he might have went somewhere at the end. But I mean, maybe for a year or two, but he didn't have a long career outside the Lakers for sure.
Defense was his thing.
He was a great defender, Michael Cooper. I mean, shutdown defender. Yeah. So Michael Cooper, who's the co-captain at this point, or the tri-captain, said, I think Q is walking the line. With this team, with this organization, practice is vital. We feel that when you practice well, you're going to play well in the game. For him not to practice as well as he has been showing so far is a total mistake on his part. Mm-hmm. If the sock isn't on before the shoe, then you're going to get blisters. You definitely have to put the sock on first. And in this case, that means Quintin conforming to the Lakers.
Yeah.
You'd think you'd want to. They're a championship team. They obviously know what the hell, something's going on right here. I mean, they know how to put it together. They said Dailey could not have gotten off to a worse start. Because his pregnant wife, Angela, was feeling ill, he missed his flight to Honolulu and wound up being fined for arriving late. Although he weighed in at 197 the next morning, 28 pounds lighter than the high he played at with the Clippers last season, he nearly passed out after 20 minutes of light running and had to be escorted back to the team's hotel. Wow. He said anxiety.
They
picture him just carrying him, feet dangling. He said anxiety over joining the championship caliber team for the first time in his career. His 7-year average record with Chicago and the Clippers is a woeful 26-56, caused him to not eat for 3 days before coming to Hawaii. He's probably also, shit, what am I, 208? I'm looking a little heavy. Yeah. I better fucking not eat.
He might be getting himself an eating disorder.
That's possible, too. So although his weight was fine, his 16% body fat indicated he was hardly in shape.
Oh, boy.
Jesus. Dailey insisted he will be fine and that he's never been a training camp or practice player. He said, ain't nothing going to happen for real till November. I came in here last week all ready to win a championship ring in October, and you saw what happened. I've tried to calm down from that. But still, I'm not going to go to the hole and get the tar hammered out of me and then not even go to the free throw line because it's training camp practice. I'm a game player. Mm-hmm. Practice? We're talking about practice? Yeah. Dailey acknowledged that he hasn't looked good, but we signed with a new team and they have a culture of winning. You got to do whatever they're doing. You can't just be like, I play different than these guys. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but you can't. You also can't show up to a job like that that's success driven and then show up and just be a fat fuck.
No, and he goes on to say that the pace of the Lakers game, the Showtime Lakers ran a lot.
Yeah.
They were running. They were going. That was why they were the Showtime Lakers, the running gunning, and that was fun to watch. And then they either that or they throw it into Kareem, one of the two. Right. So he said this is also not what he's used to, this much running. He's used to being in a different kind of set offense where you can kind of jog up the court, get in a position, run around a little bit, but this is run. He said the bottom line is I always come through. So all the talk in the world doesn't mean a thing to me. When it comes down to the nitty-gritty, I play hard. Riley said the biggest adjustment that Quintin's going to have to make will be learning to run hard all the time. He says he wants Dailey to pull the team down the court by running the wing on the break. And so far, he hasn't been able to do that.
Right.
He said, I know he's a half-court player and a very effective one, but we're not a half-court offense, even less of one this year because Kareem retired. Mm-hmm. So that was the only time they were stopping was to dump it into Kareem to give him his 20 a game. Otherwise, they were a running team. He said, yes, it's possible we will change once Q comes in the game, but he has to earn that. When Bob McAdoo was here, there was a Hall of Famer, we changed everything once he came on the court, but do earn that. Yeah, because, he knew he could play. Dailey has twice gone on substance rehabilitation, yada, yada. He said former Chicago teammate Orlando Woolridge, a fellow member of the ASAP drug recovery program, has been helpful in supporting him his first week with the Lakers. Woolridge, who had a very difficult time adjusting to the Lakers in his initial season, said he has closely monitored Dailey's troubles. He said the success Q does or doesn't have is really up to him. If he comes in and tries to turn everything around by himself, he's making a mistake. I know he's having a lot of self-doubt right now, and that's understandable, so I've become a cheerleader for him to help him get his spirits up. To this point, we haven't had a sit down, blow it out, talk about things. I'm there for him, but I hope it won't really be necessary. Either way, guaranteed contract.
Yeah.
And he knows that, so he thinks, don't worry about training camp. I'll get in there in the game and I'll be fine. I'll do it on the day. He's doing one of those actor things. October 16th, 1989, right before the season starts, L.A. waives Quintin Dailey.
Uh-oh.
We'll lose $450,000.
Yeah.
You're too lazy to be on our team, essentially.
Right.
So October 22nd, 1989, the headline is Dailey again finds a way to waste an opportunity. He's fucking everything up, essentially, is what's going on here.
Ruining
everything here. Yeah. So they
just
say
by being fat?
Well, we'll find out. They say there's always a sense of sadness when talent and opportunity come together for a player who chooses to toss them aside. No better example may be found than that of Quintin Dailey, the tremendously gifted guard who continues to abuse his abilities. So they go on to talk about then he spent 3 stormy seasons. Okay, he says, when the Lakers left for their training camp in Hawaii, Dailey missed the plane. Charles Barkley said, quote, there must be something wrong with that guy. He said, this is a great line. If I had the chance to go from the Clippers to the Lakers, I'd swim to Hawaii to be on time. No shit. Are you kidding me? That's a great line. And that's why Charles Barkley's been on TV for 30 years. That's why, because he said that.
He was a young man then when he said that.
Yeah, he was still playing with the Sixers, for Christ's sake. Once Dailey showed up, he was unable to take part in light scrimmages for more than 20 minutes on the first day, wobbling out of the gym. He begged out of scrimmages and drills by simply walking off the court on subsequent days. He said he had slept through a wake-up call and missed a shoot-around the day before the Lakers broke camp. The team requested a urine test to determine if he was using drugs. The Lakers did not release the results of the test, but upon landing in Los Angeles last Friday, they did release him. So that's not good. Attempts to reach Dailey have been fruitless. His phone has been disconnected.
What?
Wow. Someday Dailey may realize what he's doing, but he's 28 and time is running out.
Yeah.
Yikes. What the fuck?
How do you blow that?
That is fucking crazy, man. Well, now they're talking this next article here, Daytona Beach News Journal, November 23rd, 1989. Why Manly, why now? They mean Dexter, by the way.
Yeah.
The Washington Redskin defensive lineman and famed New York City interior designer.
Yeah.
Different people, but still. They said the caller said it was urgent. He had to speak to Bob Wolf now. Wolf, the noted sports agent, got on the phone to hear the voice of Quintin Dailey, the basketball player, one of his clients. Well, he had fired him and hired the Globetrotters lady. Mr. Wolf, said Dailey, I've been kidnapped.
What?
I'm in San Diego. They've got me tied to a bed in a motel. If I don't come up with $10,000 for them immediately, they're going to kill me.
Oh, my God.
Wolf said, Quintin, I'm not sending you the money. He knows a crackhead trick when he hears it. That's a crackhead trick, is what that is.
He's not tied to a bed.
He needs $10,000 and he can't get up, but it's not about being tied down, I don't think. Recalling this now, a few years later, Wolf said he understood why Dailey was seeking money. He said it wasn't for kidnappers, it was for drugs. Quintin was addicted and refused to admit it. And
oh boy.
So they're going to go on. The rest of the article's about Dexter Manley. We don't need to hear that because we probably read it during the show. But that's very funny that he was trying to get his agent to give him $10,000. I've been kidnapped. February 3rd, 1990. Dailey signed, sealed, and delivers. Here we go. Guard Inc.'s 10-day pact with the Seattle Supersonics.
Hey.
Hits winning free throw in 87-86 victory.
Oh.
So right away, he's in.
It was like a halftime challenge. If you make these free throws, you're signed for 10 days.
They give you a 10-day deal.
Yeah.
Newcomer Quintin Dailey had everything working against him Friday night in his first game with the Sonics, but he became their hero anyway. He signed a 10-day contract with the Sonics, scored the game-winning free throw, and made a crucial defensive play in the closing seconds in Seattle's 87-86 victory over Indiana at Market Square Arena. The victory broke a 12-game losing streak on the road, one shy of the franchise record. Dailey came into the game cold. He hadn't practiced with the Sonics nor seen them play this season.
Wow.
Hasn't watched a game, and he joined them only hours before the game after playing Thursday night in Topeka, Kansas with the Sioux Falls Skyforce of the CBA. Oh, my God. Quintin spent an hour with me this afternoon, Sonics assistant coach Tom Newell said. We went over the offense. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to talk to him about defense. Just went out there. Despite little preparation, Dailey played 25 minutes in relief of rookie guard Dana Barros. Remember him?
Mm-hmm.
Sixers. I remember him on the Sixers mostly, but he was drafted by the Sonics and then went to the Sixers later.
Wow, he played for the Sonics.
Yeah. I remember those
In
Sonics
what year?
days early. It was this 89, 90, whatever.
Was Dana Barros was drafted that long?
Yeah, and then he played for the Sixers after that.
Yeah.
Barros was shooting cold. Dailey contributed impressive numbers: 11 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals. Wow. Dailey sank the winning free throw with 6 seconds left, but missed another attempt. He said, "I was hurt. I think I could have put the game away with that missed free throw. I was upset with myself." However, he made amends for his missed free throw with a defensive play. The Pacers' Detlef Schrempf, this is right before he went to Seattle. who scored 20 points and grabbed 9 rebounds, drove to the basket for the potential game-winning shot, but he was whistled for an offensive foul with 1.1 seconds left to play. That's a ballsy ref to call a fucking charge with a second left.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a charge called with 1.1 second left? I'm racking my brain.
I'm sure I have.
But
right?
I can't. It's not common.
No.
And it's not even common to get a defensive foul at that point when people are hacking. It's still not common. Dailey's heroics aside, center Michael Cage made the victory possible. In the final 3 minutes and 8 seconds, he scored 8 points off 6 offensive rebounds, or off offensive rebounds, as the Sonics cut Indiana's lead from 82-74 to 85-84 with 1:04 to play. Forward Xavier McDaniel, the X-Man,
What a team.
Yeah, tied the game at 86 with an off-balance 6-foot shot with 28 seconds left, giving him 25 for the game. Wow, not bad. Then forward Derek McKee deflected a pass by guard Reggie Miller. Jesus, these are just old-timey names.
Yeah, it's a great game.
No shit. Dailey grabbed the ball and streaked up court. He was fouled at midcourt by center Rick Smits. There's a big 7'4" from Marist College. Miller, Indiana's leading scorer, 24.5 average, and chosen for the East All-Star team, led the Pacers in scoring with 23 points, but he did not attempt a shot in the fourth quarter. Jesus.
He led the team in scoring and didn't even try in the fourth.
23 points and then didn't even have a shot in the fourth.
My God.
Dailey will fill a big scoring void for the Sonics, President Bob Whitsitt said. He's a player who can provide instant offense, and it's no secret with Dale Ellis, another Crime and Sports alum, and Sadal Threet out there that we need someone who can put the ball in the basket. They said that Threet is out perhaps 4 weeks with a broken bone in his right hand, and Ellis is also out with a broken rib, suffered in a car accident, which we talked about on the Dale Ellis episode. While in the CBA, Dailey, a 7-year veteran, said he was trying to work back into shape and trying to decide if he wanted to continue playing after being cut loose by the Lakers.
Wow.
So the Sonics are 41-41 that year. So good enough for fourth place in the Pacific Division. Dale Ellis, Xavier McDaniel, Derek McKee, Michael Cage, Nate McMillan, he was really good. Sadal Threet, Dana Barros, Quintin Dailey, a 20-year-old Sean Kemp on that team.
Wow.
Olden Polynice. Well, there was a few alum on this team. Yeah. Kemp, Polynice, fucking Ellis. Holy shit. Brad Sellers, Steve Johnson, Avery Johnson. Jesus. Jim Farmer, Scott Meents. Who the fuck is that?
Like meats?
Meents. Meents. Meents.
Oh, what a terrible name.
You can't. It's impossible to pronounce. Meents.
Yeah,
You can't pronounce that. It's ridiculous. February 22nd, 1990, he signs a contract for the rest of the season with the Sonics.
They're going to keep him.
They're going to keep him. March 29th, 1990, Quintin Dailey Jr. is born.
Oh, he got one.
He has to break every crime and sports rule there is. He really does. Besides hiring a teenager to murder somebody, he has done everything. I don't think he's found God yet, has he? Has he become a fake Christian
Not
yet?
yet.
Okay.
Give him some time, I'm sure.
Quintin Dailey Jr., by the way, is also a basketball player who played at Eastern Michigan later. So
Eastern Michigan.
This year, he plays in 30 games, Quintin Sr., 2 started, averages 8.2 points a game, by far a career low.
Yeah.
Not good. But the Sonics signed him to a 2-year contract in October of 1990.
How about it?
Not bad. He is ready to play now. 90-91 Supersonics. They're 41-41 again. Wow. Coached by K.C. Jones, the former Celtics coach who won titles with the Celtics in the 80s. Yeah.
But they didn't make the playoffs with that, right?
41-41. They go to the playoffs and lose in the first round to Portland. Okay. Now, not much of a change this year. I'm looking at Ricky Pierce they got now, shooting guard, who was almost the 6th man of the year.
Right.
That's about Gary Payton also, because he's a rookie that year. So they get Gary Payton, who started all 82 games for them.
Wow, they're about to be a staple in the playoffs now.
Gary Payton started all 82 games and only averaged 7.2 points a game that year.
In his rookie season?
Isn't that wild? Yeah, his rookie season.
His job wasn't necessarily points at that point,
it was
right?
defense. He averaged 2 steals a game.
Yeah.
He's a lockdown point guard defender, so 2 steals a game is by far
how many assists?
6.4.
Wow.
That's not a ton. Not a ton. I mean, leading this team, but they were also not a great team.
Yeah.
So Dailey and Sonics, this is December 7th, 1990. Dailey and Sonics edge Heat. Losing streak ends at 6. The fans behind the Sonics bench were calling him Donuts, but Quintin Dailey didn't mind a bit. Donuts. He said, quote, "All I know is when I go in the game, I'm going to play hard, and that's what I did," the chunky Seattle guard said. Jesus Christ.
The fat fuck mumbled.
That's the newspaper called him the chunky Seattle guard. When they were calling me Donuts, I said, "Go ahead and call me anything you want. Just look at the scoreboard. If they don't respect me for what I do, the hell with them."
Yeah, I mean, that's just, that's what you say about everything.
The hell with
it. Yeah.
By the way, got any donuts?
Those sound great.
Are they offering me donuts? What's going on back here? I'd love a donut. Oh, you're calling you. Fuck you. Hey.
Mixed messaging. Not even being real clear about what they're doing.
Weird. At least you can throw donuts at me. That I can accept. Yeah, I'll catch them in my mouth.
Yeah, if you're not going to bring them, the hell with you.
Yeah, fuck you then. Dailey earned the respect of his teammates and probably 2 young Miami players Thursday night when he led a second-half Seattle surge that helped the Sonics break a 6-game losing streak with a 105-103 win. Dailey played just 7 minutes, but they were 7 very offensive minutes. He scored 8 points with 3 field goals against third-year player Kevin Edwards. Then he induced 2 fouls out of second-year forward Glenn Rice, who was too busy thinking about Sarah Palin's tits to fucking concentrate on not fouling Quintin Dailey at that point in his career.
Remembering a better time.
Yeah, who was threatening to take the game over with his shooting. The second foul by Rice was his 5th and forced Miami coach Ron Rothstein to replace him. Dailey came in with 2:12 left in the third quarter when the Sonics were clinging to a 73-71 lead. By the time he returned to the bench with 7:33 remaining in the game, the Sonics were up 91-82. Seattle coach K.C. Jones said, "We saw a nice matchup there with Quintin on Edwards. He knows what we want him to take the ball to the basket, and he definitely got the job done." All right, January 10th, 91, Sonics put Dailey on the injured reserve list after injuring his right hamstring. So they activated Scott Meents. Meents, that's hard to say, who was activated to fill. So there we go. They called Dailey a 6'4" guard. He must have grown an inch.
How about that?
Lost some weight,
up too.
Stretched it out. That's pretty good. Losing weight, grown tall. January 25th, 1991, he returns to the Sonics. They reactivate him. He missed 6 games with a pulled right hamstring, and he's back now. Okay. Scott Meents, by the way, suffered a recurrence of a sprained right arch and was returned to the injury list.
You can sprain your arch?
I didn't know that at all. So he has an impossible name and an injury that I've never heard of. Go away, Meents. Okay. March 4th, 1991, Sonics leave out-of-shape Dailey behind.
Uh-oh.
Quintin Dailey, whose playing time with the Sonics has decreased as his waistline has grown, did not accompany the team to California Sunday night for tonight's game with Golden State. Too many Golden Corrals there. They didn't trust him.
Yeah, it is the Golden State.
Wow, left behind for disciplinary reasons, Coach Casey Jones said. Quote, "He's got to get in shape. He's been packing some pounds on. He's no use to us being totally out of condition, so why have him at the game if he's not in shape? He's got to work on it." Jesus Christ. He said the punishment was not a suspension and that Dailey is expected to be in uniform for the next game against Cleveland, but he's not doing well here. He was injured, so he's sitting there and his weight's increased during his stay on the injured list. So they said his girth has provided some amusement for Sonics fans. When Dailey entered Friday night's game with Charlotte in the closing minutes, a fan near midcourt hollered, "Hey, Dailey, what's for dinner?" Dailey, who did not play Saturday night against Sacramento, could not be reached for comment Sunday. Jesus Christ. April 20th.
For dinner, you fat fuck.
Hey, where are you going? I could use some calories. April 21st, 1991, K.C. Jones seemed to confirm Saturday that reserve guard Quintin Dailey likely won't return to the team next season.
Really?
Worn out as a fucking... He's so fat he wears out welcomes like carpeting.
At least
carpeting and welcome he wears out.
Wears down the welcome mat.
Yes, he does. Asked if Dailey has a future with the team, Casey Jones paused and said, "I don't know. It's been a rough year for him. He reacted very different, and I can understand some of it, but he's more or less very bitter about his lack of playing time, so we don't know." He said, "We'll wait till after the season," basically.
That's the tough part.
That's tough.
If your job wanes on you and you get no playing time, I'm just going to eat, man. That's what I want to do anyway.
But they want him to go, "Shit, I'm getting less playing time. I better get in better shape."
I should stop eating. Right?
Which, I mean, honestly, it's up to you.
Yeah.
You don't want to do it, then don't be here. We'll hire somebody else, So they said that his only recent appearance with the team was at a recent practice, after which he's stalked angrily from the gymnasium. So he's just an angry guy sometimes. He played in 30 games that year, only averaged 10 minutes a game, which I mean is barely playing. Garbage time, 6.1 points a game, definitely a career low. 0.5 assists, fucking 1.1 rebounds, not good at all. He made $425,000 though. That's good buffet money.
How old is he?
Christ, 29 maybe at this point, 30. He stays on the roster. They have him in 91-92, so they talk shit and they brought him back anyway. 91-92 Seattle Supersonics here, 47-35.
Wow.
This is when they started to get better, as we remember.
Well, yeah.
And the reason is they fired Casey Jones, who was 18-18, had another guy as an interim for 4 games, then hired George Karl, who will be there for years and years and years, and finished out the season 27-15 with them.
Was it Adelman that was between the two?
No, Bob Kloppenberg.
Oh.
It's probably some team executive or one of the assistant coaches or somebody like that.
Assistant probably bumped up to interim,
Yep. Either way, they go to the playoffs this year at 47-35. They, in the first round against Golden State, oh man, remember that Golden State team? The best video game team of the 90s, that Golden State team.
92?
91, 92. Oh my! You had fucking you had Tim Hardaway, Latrell Sprewell.
Oh, Chris Webber,
Billy Owens at the 4. Who was at the 3 on that team?
Was it Smith?
Chris Mullen.
Yeah.
It was Hardaway.
Oh, yeah.
Hardaway, Sprewell, Mullen, Billy Owens, Chris Webber. That was on a video game. That team crushed back then. They were so much fun to play with. Mullen
I was
with
seeing
the
it as
threes.
the purple and black and silver. It's the yellow and blue.
The Warriors. Yeah, the yellow and blue.
Oh, I'm seeing Kings. Never mind.
Warriors. Yeah,
why am
Warriors.
I seeing Kings?
I don't know.
Chris Webber was
Golden
there.
State.
Wow.
Yeah. Chris Webber, they drafted him. Yeah, well, they didn't draft him. He got traded, but he got drafted by Orlando, right? And they traded him with Penny. Yeah, that whole deal. So that was the most fun video game team of all time. They were so much fun because you had Hardaway, had the moves.
Yeah.
Sprewell would drive to the basket. He could dunk. Yeah. You had fucking Mullen popping the threes on the outside. Yeah. Perfect video game setup.
And oftentimes too, Hardaway would hit threes.
Yeah, he could bang a 3 or 2 also here. So they win in the first round 3-1. They beat the Warriors and go to the second round where they lose in 5 to the Jazz. Got picked and rolled to death over there.
Yeah.
So this is Ricky Pierce, Derek McKee, Gary Payton, Benoit Benjamin, Michael Cage, Eddie Johnson. Not that Eddie Johnson.
Nope.
Not fast Eddie.
Eddie Johnson, right?
Better Eddie, yeah. Sean Kemp, Nate McMillan, Dana Barros, Tony Brown, Quintin Dailey, Marty Conlin, Bart Kofood. Kofood? The fuck is that? And Rich King. October 6, 1981, Quintin Dailey hospitalized. For treatment of adult residual attention deficit disorder. Who the fuck is hospitalized for ADD? Hospitalized?
Adult residual. What is that?
Okay, I've never, ever heard of a human being hospitalized for ADD. Never. Have you?
Yeah. No.
I've never heard that. I can't concentrate.
No.
So put me in a bed? What the fuck? That's the weirdest thing I've ever heard. I know there's a lot more to it, but it's not a medical, put me in the hospital problem. I've never heard of that. So they said that can produce hyperactivity and mood swings. Is he fucking bipolar? Is that the problem?
I don't know.
When he's manic, he's up. When he's got mood swings, he's depressed. I don't know what's going on, but Dailey missed the first day of training camp with the approval of his coach. The disorder is linked to a shortage of dopamine, a neurotransmitter in the attention control area of the brain, the article goes on to say. The Sonics said in a statement that the hospitalization was not drug-related. It's not. Whatever you say. October 31st, 1991, he's on the suspended list here. Dailey is in a California drug aftercare clinic. Exactly.
You son of a bitch.
Exactly. He was sure he was hospitalized for ADD. Give me a fucking break. He's on fucking drugs again. Yeah. He says, though, battling an emotional disorder. A Sonic spokesman said the club expects to activate him within a week, which would necessitate another roster change. So he's going to drug aftercare clinic battling an emotional disorder. So we don't know if it's drugs or what. November 6, 1981. Guess what?
What?
He's good now.
Yeah?
Good now. Yeah. Quintin Dailey of the Sonics insists he will be a changed man for his 10th NBA season. How many times has he been a changed man so far?
Well, I mean,
a dozen?
Yeah, but he's really going to do it now.
Really going to do it now. I mean, if he doesn't do it now, it'll be never because he's 30. I mean, get your shit together.
That's not good. Yeah, time's running out.
He has rejoined the team after being hospitalized in Calabasas during the past month for what has been diagnosed as a form of adult residual attention deficit. Those afflicted with the disorder are hyperactive, distractible, and impulsive. They have short attention spans. He's now taking medication to calm him down. The Sonics placed him on the league's suspended list because he was in the hospital. He missed training camp and the exhibition season, finally joining the team for practice Monday. He must miss a minimum of 5 games for the suspension. Dailey was unhappy over his lack of playing time. He was overweight, sulked, and had emotional outbursts. He admits he was tough to live with. For his coach, Casey Jones, and his teammates, Dailey said, quote, "I feel really bad about the end of last season. I was going nutty, that's all. I'm a real intense player and I don't like losing. I wanted to be on the court. I took it personally."
Right. I took that personally.
Dailey has said that he has told Jones that he will be a model citizen this season.
Okay.
I'm good now. Yeah. He said, I'll be down there in that last corner cheerleading, and when my number's called, I'll go out and play. I won't bitch, basically. So, yeah, he says his condition had a lot to do with his off-the-court problems over the years. Now he's blaming everything on the fact that he has ADD.
Oh.
I did coke. I ate like a pig. I disobeyed coaches. I fucking almost raped a chick.
I couldn't focus, so I got coke.
Very distractible. So I had to break into a chick's room and threaten to rape her. Wow. He said, I'm still the same Quintin, but not the evil mood-changing Quintin. He said, I need to intimidate a little bit. I need to make people afraid of me. It's like you don't know when I'm going to go off. I need to keep an edge. He said that he doesn't want anybody to think he's going to be passive on the court. He's like, I'll still be a nut on the court, but not off the court. So he's going to be a model citizen. I mean, he should be the MVP of the league, right?
Yeah, right.
Everything's fine. December 11th, 1991, Sonics waive Dailey.
Oh, it's over.
Yep, it is all over. He'll be replaced by Bart Kofiad.
Jesus.
They said the move was made because of a dispute over playing time. Remember he said he was going to just cheerlead, and when he gets called, he'll play?
Yeah.
He's appeared in only 11 of the team's 19 games and has averaged 9 minutes and 2.8 points per game. Jones said he was very upset with the minutes or the lack of minutes. He was a great player years ago, but he was out of shape. In other words, he's over. Wow. Dailey was in his 3rd year with the Sonics. So he played 11 games this year. Started 2.8 points a game. Not good. $425,000 that year. That is the end of his NBA career.
It's over.
10 seasons. Done.
It's not bad, but how much money did he make? Not a lot.
And as far as his NBA salaries go, we've only compiled here, and this may be incomplete according to Basketball Reference, but $2,145,000.
Uh-oh.
That is not good.
No.
Not good. So New Year's Eve, 1991, Dailey finds a job with the Sun Kings.
Yeah.
The Yakima Sun Kings, who we've talked about before, and I believe people sent us Yakima Sun Kings merchandise.
Yeah,
Did they not?
I've got a big shirt of theirs.
We have Yakima Sun Kings gear that someone sent because we were making fun of them about 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Of the CBA. The Sun Kings are 1-22 this season. Jesus.
Holy.
It's like I'm going to go to a team that's worse than the Clippers. Holy shit.
They've won one game?
Wow. He played in one game and missed all 3 shots he took. He said, I struggled today, but that will change. I'm not Superman, but I feel I can help change things here.
Right.
Wow. He said that, quote, nobody knows I'm skinny. So he dropped 20 pounds since the end of last season. He said, I want to make the statement that I can still play. I want to go back to the NBA, but if I stay here the whole year, that's okay. Something like that doesn't faze me as much as it used to.
As much as it used to.
Much as it used to.
It doesn't bother me now. I'll stay here.
Oh, man. But he says it's fine because he says, quote, I've been on the bottom so long, just making it through another day puts me on top.
Yeah, the bottom's starting to feel like home.
That's right. Dailey, considered one of professional basketball's all-time troubled souls.
Ooh.
Earlier this week at Moline, at Moline's Wharfton Fieldhouse, Dailey's CBA Yakima Sun Kings were down in town to play the Quad City Thunder. Jesus. Oh, here he goes. I have survived, and through the grace of God, maybe this is him breaking another rule. Come on. It looks as though I'll survive to try again tomorrow.
Oh, boy.
Wow. By the way, he said they talked to him about his whole career, and he talks about the pleading guilty to the assault charge early in his career. He says, I pleaded guilty to the assault charges to keep my career going. That's how dumb and lost I was at the time. I didn't plea bargain. The people doing the case plea bargained with me. I was 21 from a dysfunctional family situation, and I was all messed up inside. I didn't know from day to day how I was going to react in any situation. I was a boy dressed up in a man's body trying to keep his head above water in an adult society. I'm sorry it all happened. I'm sorry for a lot of things in my life. Every day, the rest of my life, I could say I'm sorry for messing up. Wow. Interesting.
At least he feels bad.
He does. He talks about when his mother died, and he said it was just a place for me to hang out, meaning taken in by his aunts in Baltimore. He said that in later years, after talking to my millionth therapist, they told me my background played a big part in some of my abnormal behavior. Well, no shit, obviously. Yeah. He said, I was from a dysfunctional setting and wasn't ready to deal with certain aspects of life when I did. And of course, I didn't help things by thinking basketball would get me through it all. Hey, you just play your way out of it. That's not how it works. I guess after his first season, he sought psychiatric help twice a week. He was hit with his first drug-related setback, and he said fans and teammates and media forced him to choose drugs. Hold on. I got to read this from the start.
All right.
He said fans, media, teammates, and treatment by the Bulls organization forced him to choose drugs as an outlet.
You guys drove me to use.
You cut up a line right in front of me. I couldn't help it. He said, I made a mistake and people were never, ever going to let me forget about it. I'm human, but when the whole world has as much hostility toward you as it had toward me, you might have sought drugs as an outlet like I did. You broke into a chick's dorm room and almost raped her.
Yeah, but Bill Cartwright
people are going to notice that.
Hell of a line, James.
Wow. Yeah. He said, everybody hated me. You wouldn't believe some of the things people would say and do to me. I was just keeping my mouth shut, trying to play, and it just started to mount. So I decided there were outlets for me to take. I'm not going to say it was a nightmare, but if there was such a thing as living in a real bad dream, I was living it.
There it is, yeah.
He said that I started to believe I could get by with getting high and playing the game.
It's not a rhyme.
I mean, it sounds fun. I mean, yeah. He said, and I really didn't care. I liked the feeling, the high. It allowed me to escape the hatred. He said, in a positive vein, it would be the last time drugs would catch up to Dailey, though a weight problem is into that now. He said, I turned everything into food. I was eating every time I started to get itchy about doing drugs. See? I really ballooned. I've never been able to channel things evenly. He had like the Chris Farley thing.
Yeah.
I remember seeing an interview with Chris Farley. He said that he has 4 things, and they're like whack-a-mole, where he can't keep all 4 down at the same time. He has like food, booze, drugs, and something else. And he said, if I keep the drugs and the booze down, the food pops up. If I keep the food down, the drugs pop up. He goes, I can't keep all 4 things down. I got to have one thing up, and I always have one thing up. He said it's hard. That's why when you'd see Farley when he got really fat, that's when he was sober for a while.
Yeah.
And then whatever. He says, I know I'll be back as a player because someone always needs a veteran who can shoot the ball. I'll be back. No, you won't, actually. He said, but now, though, I'm having the time of my life here in the CBA with these kids. Wow. His
time
coach.
of his life, huh?
Yeah. His coach, Robert Reed, who is the dad from the Brady Bunch. That's the guy's name. Robert Reed, I think, was the actor who died of AIDS. It was the dad of the Brady Bunch. He said, we're trying to make this a professional organization, and I've given Quintin a lot of responsibility. If there's something he sees and doesn't like, he has the okay to remedy the situation. So
he's allowed to fix things?
He's gave him I don't know if that's like a leaky faucet in the locker room or if he's allowed to like tell other players what to do or what, but I'm not sure if he brought his tools with him. I don't know how this goes. He said, a lot of people have always been down on Quintin, but I have nothing but good stories about him. He said the new role fits Dailey just fine. He's married with 2 children. And he says, for so many years, there's always been someone who was told to watch out for me, Dailey says. Now it's my turn to watch out for someone else. Robert's a professional, and he allows me some responsibilities I've never had, and it's great. He's like a coach on the floor, basically.
What a guy.
Dailey has a couple of plans for the future. He says, I'm still young. I figure that with all the time I've got, all the time I've missed over the years, I've really only played about 6 full seasons. I have a good 4 years left. I'm looking to play and then get this, referee.
Oh,
okay. He said, could you imagine the faces of all the guys who've treated me like crap over the years? If I turned up as an official, they would die.
yeah, and the jokes about the white lines on your shirt would be endless.
Endless. They go, yeah, he's got vertical to make him look thinner. That's good.
Yeah. Fat jokes, Coke jokes.
So he wants to get a whole separate career to give
for vindication,
spite fouls against teams that he played for. What a weird fucking thing.
Wow.
Okay, October 1st, 92. Traded, the Yakima Sun Kings, traded Jerry Stroman forward and the rights to Pete Freeman forward to the Yakima Sun Kings for Quintin Dailey and future considerations.
Who did?
The team traded him to the Oklahoma City Cavalry.
Oh.
Who signed him. So now he's out of the league. He thinks he's coming back. He really wants people to feel for him.
Yeah, but he can't even hang on with an under team.
They traded him, which means he's probably been a pain in the ass, is all I can imagine. So it's very strange what's going on here. He wants people to almost like feel bad for him, even though he has absolutely went out of his way to throw away every opportunity given to him.
Yeah.
He was so cocky for so long of just, there's always more opportunities. Someone will love me, and now it's just over. And he's
I'll be back.
I'll be back. I mean, I kind of feel bad for the guy almost, but not nearly as bad, Jimmy, as I feel for Quintin Dailey, experienced sales leader driving revenue growth and team success.
Attaboy.
This is his son, actually.
Is
Quintin
that
Dailey
right?
Jr., Eastern Michigan University. So that's his son there. Yep. Quintin Dailey, boathouse attendant at the Metropolitan District in Manchester, Connecticut. Boathouse attendant.
What even is that?
I don't know. I doubt this Quintin Dailey could get a job doing that. That's the thing. So I know it's not him. Also, Quintin Dailey, holy shit, orthopedic specialist. Jesus, Quintin Dailey, PT, DPT, MTC.
What is that, physical therapy?
Physical therapist, rehab professional, human movement specialist. Mm-hmm. Wow. Gross. March 27th, 1994, Dailey finds hope in the glitter of Vegas.
Nice.
That's good for him. Just what he needs. Buffets and available drugs.
Lots of coke.
Perfect. Yeah. How Quintin Dailey is going about establishing a new life for himself merits attention and applause. He was caught in a tailspin of turmoil, and if the pattern continued, he would have crashed against the wall. Dead end. Yeah. And they go over his charges of this, charges of that, overeating, and whatever. Dailey's productive 10-year career in the NBA has played out. He's decided he'd take his wife, Angela, and their 2 young children to a city that afforded year-round sunshine and a chance where the future might offer him a new opportunity. He picked Las Vegas.
Vegas, yeah.
Not exactly an appropriate site for finding yourself, where the neon entices and the action is nonstop. A different environment for self-reformation, but Dailey has brought about positive change. It was his desire to stay in the game as a referee, but he didn't know how to begin. Yeah. He called the Las Vegas Boys and Girls Club to volunteer as a coach with the basketball program. Activities director Tish Murray told him a paid position was open and interviews were underway. Dailey showed up, made a favorable impression, and won the appointment.
Got it.
Murray says he's been remarkable. His rapport with the kids is incredible. Quintin relates well. He's been down. Well, he is a giant kid. That's why he's never matured. Yeah. He's been down a lot of roads where they are tempted to go, and tells them in no uncertain terms the problems they need to avoid. The Las Vegas Boys and Girls Club has more than 500 members and answers the needs of children ages 7 to 18 of diversified backgrounds. They said Dailey has a natural way of instilling confidence. They crowd his office to discuss their troubles and answer questions, yet never a put down, but to offer advice. Yet never to put a put down, but to offer advice. Dailey said, they tell me their deepest secrets. Most of them don't want to do bad things. They just get in the wrong place at the wrong time. My idea is to attack their attitudes and point them in the right direction. Often they'll come back and tell me I was right. It's satisfying to know you can make a difference. Mm-hmm. He thinks of a coach who once disciplined him in Baltimore because he was unhappy with his conduct. And that was his coach in high school. He said he had a firm hand and made me do what was best for the team. As a sophomore, he put a check on me when I was too big for myself. I quit, thought about it, and asked for another chance. He let me come back, but I had to earn it. He said, I'm blessed to be here carrying a message. Something like Moses to these kids. Holy fucking shit.
I've got these
now
plates.
He's Moses. Now he's Moses, Jimmy.
Bringing the commandments to them.
I'm showing them right from the top of the mountain. I'm bringing them down, showing the kids. Wow. He just compared himself to Moses. He said, my feeling is parents have to take notice of their kids, even tap their butt if they're out of line.
What?
That means they care. Hit your kids, everybody. That means you care.
Children?
He said the parents need to. He didn't say he did. He said my feeling is parents have to take notice of kids. Yeah. For now, though, Dailey is elated with what he's doing. The kids call him Q and hold him in high trust. Such responsibility has brought out the best in Quintin Dailey, who's rebounded to demonstrate good and helpful qualities that are inherent within the human spirit.
Right.
Right under that, by the way, is free treatment for cocaine and alcohol abuse. There's an ad.
That's perfect.
Men 18 to 45 who want to stop using both cocaine and alcohol. Research study at UConn Health Center involving 8 weeks of medication and twice daily counseling.
And signing off that you will not sue if this medication hurts you.
Yeah, if this shit fucks you up. If you grow an extra penis, you'll be fine with that.
You're fine with that.
1996 here, he was hired by the Clark County Parks and Recreation Department, eventually became a recreation and cultural program supervisor.
Wow.
With a variety of responsibilities, including gang interventions, sports, and special events. He also refereed basketball games from 2000 to 2010.
Well, he figured out how to start, yeah.
He did it. He seems to actually be good now. Mm-hmm. He needed to get out of the spotlight.
Yeah.
The spotlight, bad for him.
He needed to get out of the arenas.
Well, it would drive up his ego, which would then crash, and then that would be self-loathing. And it was the cycle of either huge ego swings or massive self-loathing crashes, either one of the two, because he was living and dying on what everybody else thought of him, which is, can't live like that. So June 29th, 1999, Chicago Tribune writes an article on him, outcast to role model.
Yeah.
The guy couldn't be doing better. Yep. They said all Quintin Dailey wanted to do was hide, which had been a recurring theme in a life dogged by controversy. His once promising NBA career stood as nothing more than a turbulent means to somewhat profitable end. Now it was time to escape the public eye and live peacefully in relative obscurity. Dailey has packed up his family in '93 and moved to Vegas. Okay. Dailey said, quote, with all the boxing and gambling in this town, nobody is worried if Quintin Dailey lives here. Things I'm doing are starting to get me noticed again, but it's just my job and I'm going about my business. He said he's
Boxing
great.
and gambling is what?
Vegas is famous for all the big boxing matches, especially in the 90s. That was a big deal. So he serves as supervisor of New Directions for Youth under the aegis of the Clark County Parks and Rec Department. He says that it's a misnomer to describe it as a program for at-risk kids because, quote, all kids are at risk.
Yes.
Yeah. He said it's for kids who have, all kids. He said it's for kids who have nothing to do. And I'm talking to these teenagers about my life, and many of them ask, are you telling the truth? I express feelings beyond what happened to me and help nurture these kids. Dailey stands as a role model at the center of their world. Wow. He said he's just a different guy now. Yeah. Dailey said, picture an old gym coach. That's what I look like now.
Oh, no.
I just gained weight and haven't played basketball in years. He just got to be an old, fat, happy guy. That's pretty fucking funny. He said, I always ask these kids, are you in shape? And most of them aren't. I still torment them with my shooting when we play horse or pig. I tell them, I'm a fat man and I can outshoot you. We have a good time. He must be a fat fuck now when he doesn't have to run anymore. Yeah. Imagine. When he was running 20 miles a day, he was getting fat. Yeah. Imagine what he's doing now. Holy shit. Dailey runs a midnight basketball league on Friday and Saturday nights and a soccer league on Saturdays. There's also flag football, after-school programs, group trips to the mountains and the desert, and drug and gang prevention seminars. Oof. Okay. A few weeks ago, Dailey ran a safe night for 150 teenagers focusing on anger management and the evils of guns and gangs.
Great.
He said, we find out what problems they have and give them activities other than being on the strip or doing damage to themselves. That's tremendous. We teach them social skills because that's where the conflicts come from. Many of these kids have no structure and they're sectioned off by the area where they live, like in every town. I tell them the way of winning is putting differences aside and working together. By the end of the summer, they're best friends and you can't get between them. He also, I guess, he brings Dave Corzine in here. Dave Corzine said he's human, so you know it was bothering him. He's trying to fit into the league as a rookie with a lot of expectations as a first-round draft pick, and he has all this around him. There was nowhere to run and hide. He just had to show up and play and practice. Rod Thorne said, we debated making that pick. It obviously didn't work out very well. Rod Thorne's kind of a prick in this episode here.
We debated it heavily and
made the wrong choice.
Yeah.
Father's Day was supposed to be a very simple Sunday for Dailey. Spend a little time with his 12-year-old daughter, Quincy, and his 9-year-old son, Tony, who's actually Quintin Jr., but they call him Tony, who lives with their mother, Dailey's ex-wife in Las Vegas. Now he's divorced. Yeah. Before the day was over, Dailey had to leave the house to find a moment of silence. He said, a lot of the kids I work with, the kids who don't have parents, were calling to wish me happy Father's Day. I got over 100 cards. It made my day. That's the real rewarding part of my job. He said, last year, Dailey persuaded a youngster who was running drugs to play in one of his flag football leagues. The kid recently paid Dailey a visit 6 months after the league ended, and Dailey said, quote, he's going back to high school and thanked me for what I did. I still want him to know there's more to life than sports. There's a ladder. There's drugs and then there's sports. So sports are well ahead of drugs. Let's be happy with sports for now.
Yeah, I'd rather a kid be addicted to flag football than
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. In Dailey's mind, life began after sports ended. Unlike most athletes, he doesn't treasure his All-America recognition or his status as a number 1 draft pick. He values friendships, family, and the opportunity to blend into the Las Vegas background. They said nobody can judge you if they don't know where you are. That's a funny line. Like if they can't find you, they can't judge you. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't know where a lot of people are. I judge the shit out of them.
Yeah. If you forget about them, you forget to judge them too, though.
Yeah, there's that. Yeah.
You're like, if someone brings them up, you go, yeah, that guy, and then you can judge them. But otherwise,
out of sight, out of mind is a good point.
He said, I never wanted the limelight. I just want to see people smile and see children grow. I want to be behind the scenes and make it work. Mm-hmm. Okay. November 8th, 2010, Quintin Dailey dies in his home.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Didn't expect that, huh?
What happened?
49 years old.
Oh, he's so young.
Not even 50. He died.
What'd he do?
Wow. They confirmed he died from hypertensive cardiovascular disease.
Heart attack.
Heart attack, bad, probably hypertension to begin with, and then he got fat, and that's not great either. They said he's been helping at-risk kids. He's been doing great, officiating high school basketball games, was preparing to work the upcoming season. His former coach at the University of San Francisco said not only was Quintin a tremendous player, he was a terrific worker. Well, let's not go crazy here. When the ball went up, nobody competed harder than he did. I always appreciated his hard work and his ability to rise to the occasion. It's a shame that he passed so early.
Holy shit.
I would say so. Yeah, it's crazy.
Just a natural-ass heart attack, huh?
It's
just
not
natural, but
not a massive coke overdose or anything. Right. No, I think he was totally cleaned up and all that. The head of the Southern Nevada Officials Association said, I was with him Sunday night at our basketball referees meeting. He said he had dropped some weight and was excited and looking forward for the season. I'm just so shocked. Dailey was proud of his son, Quintin Jr., who made All-State during his senior year at Bishop Gordon. Quintin Jr. is starting guard at Eastern Michigan University. On his Twitter account, Dailey's son said, tomorrow ain't promised. R.I.P. Quintin Dailey Sr. I love you, Dad. And another guy who coached the younger Dailey, one of his coaches in high school, of his son's coach, said he was great. Q and I had a great relationship. He was always at all his son's games. I remember when he went back to Washington, D.C. in 2006 to play in a tournament, and he was there, and everyone was coming up to him to say hello. He was a legend in Baltimore, and it was nice to see. In addition to his son, Dailey survived by his daughter. That's how it goes here. So,
holy.
Didn't make a lot of money or anything like that.
Made almost nothing.
Yeah, that's right. Now, there is something about him that not sports related in a movie that will last forever. In a 1985 film, To Live and Die in L.A., which I remember that film, directed by William Friedkin, who was directed he's a good director anyway. Dailey's performance in a Bulls game was praised by the main character, Richard Chance, who's William Peterson, who's the guy from CSI, the gray-haired guy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. When he remarks, Quintin Dailey got 30 points. That guy's unbelievable, man. Say all you want about Michael Jordan. He's a great fucking ball player, but Quintin Dailey's got a gun like a howitzer, man. 30 feet, boom, boom, boom. He gets hot. He's fabulous.
You said that in what
movie? In the movie. To Live and Die in L.A.
Okay.
If I was Quintin Dailey, I would have brought everybody to see that movie all the time. You got to see this movie. It's fucking great here. Can't get enough of Quintin Dailey? Well, you can get online and a 1991-92, God, I can't believe it, NBA Hoops card. Remember, we just brought this up.
Yeah.
Number 439, that is $1.55.
That's steep, isn't it?
I mean, I don't know how much cheaper it could be.
Buck, but remember the most common cards were 15 cents or whatever the fuck, but 5 cents or whatever. I don't think they were much lower than that, right?
No. And then there's also, for commons, there's also an 89-90 Hoops card signed and graded by Beckett as well. I don't know the price on this thing, but you can find it and order it if you want. Also, a vintage 80s Quintin Dailey L.A. Gear basketball shirt.
L.A. Gear.
Remember L.A. Gear? The chicks all had them, and they had like the two tongues, remember? Like the split weird tongues.
They had the light-up shoes, too.
They had those, too. But those were like every 80s ladies workout shoes were those L.A. Gears. This is the Quintin Dailey L.A. Gear Summer Basketball Camp. That's fucking awesome, actually. $23.72. I might get that for the office. That's pretty good here for the studio.
Also, find some L.A. Gear shirts.
No shit. Also, an 85 Star Telegram, Star Team Supers Quintin Dailey basketball card, graded a 9 by Beckett, so it's in the plastic, in a graded plastic, $100.
Wow!
And that's just because it's a graded 9.
Yeah.
These graded 9 cards, that card is a 10-cent card, but graded 9 now it's $100 because people put together sets based on grades and they're rare too. A 9, there might be only 59s in the world or some shit like that. So there you go, everybody. That is Quintin Dailey.
Wow, he's dead.
He's dead. All that, and he didn't even live to 3 parts, and he didn't even live to 50.
Shocking.
Think about that, man. Quintin, we hardly knew ye. Quintin's a guy here. He seems like he came up, didn't have a lot of skills, and the fact that his parents died so early, and at the same time fucked them all up. He did not have the social skills and didn't have nobody was telling him what to do correctly. And he just got this weird, I'll play through it type of shit. And, but in the end, he turned out to really be good now. Turned out to be a great guy. Probably changed hundreds of kids' lives. Good for him.
Yeah.
We rarely get this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just
rare.
a bummer that it ended so tragically, so quickly.
I know. He was going to be up for the,
for the Root Form Awards.
One of the awards here for the Turning It Around award. Like,
dang.
It's sad. Now he's dead. I guess he could still get the award still get a stummy for it. But
keep turning it around, bud.
Damn, that's rough. So anyway, there you go. If you enjoyed that story, please get on whatever app you're on and give us 5 stars. It helps so fucking much. We don't know why, but it does. Say something nice. Doesn't matter what you say. It's not for our egos. It's just to help the show. Say Quintin Dailey likes donuts. We don't care. It's all good.
He did, yeah.
He did like donuts. So do that. Keep hanging out with us. Get on all those apps. Do that. Social media. Tell people. Follow us. We're at Crime and Sports. Definitely go to shutupandgivememurder.com. So much merchandise there. Everything from skateboards to coffee cups to shower curtains. You can't beat it. Get your tickets for Small Town Murder live shows. September 18th in Milwaukee, September 19th in Minneapolis, and then we are in Dallas on October 3rd, October 16th and 17th, San Jose and Sacramento. Fuck, that's going to be a rough month. And then November 13th in Terrytown. And November 14th in Boston. You just heard that in real time. My soul just shrink and get crushed a little bit.
Not going to be easy.
Going to be so brutal doing that shit weeks in a row. So anyway, do that. Shutupandgivememurder.com.
Yeah.
Listen to our other 2 shows, which are Your Stupid Opinions and Small Town Murder. Those are great shows, and you'll love them. Get in there. Get yourself Patreon, damn it. Patreon.com/CrimeInSports, just like the name of this show. That's where you get everything. Anybody $5 a month or above, you get every damn thing that we say into a microphone. Everything, including as soon as you subscribe, you're going to get the entire back catalog of bonus episodes, which is almost 400. So
it's a lot.
It's a whole other series to binge, basically. So you're looking for something new to binge, that's the thing to binge. Do it up. And it's really great. And then every other week, you get 1 Crime and Sports, 1 Small Town Murder, more bonus episodes. You get them all, of course. This week, what you're going to get for Crime and Sports, we are going to talk about the Christian Power Team.
Let's do it.
From the 90s. These crazy guys that went on TV and they were always on all jacked up and roided up, and they had like rock and roll music playing, and they would like bend a rebar and bench press 400 pounds and then go, thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Yeah. And they would like scream about how Jesus helped them be strong. And then they all, of course, were on steroids, and there was some scandal later on. We'll talk all about it. It's going to be fun. Then for Small Town Murder, Internet Salad Time again.
Right.
Popular demand here. People have asked us for another one of these. This is where we go through the internet and pick everything out that's going on in the world at that particular day we're recording.
Sure.
And except for politics, because we feel like, Jesus Christ, there's probably plenty of that in your life. It's impossible to get away from your social media feed, everything else.
Boy, I hope another guy jumps into an airplane engine. That was wild.
That was crazy, yeah. So we'll talk about all that and more. That is patreon.com/CrimeInSports. And you get all the shows we put out, Your Stupid Opinion, Small Town Murder, Crime in Sports, all ad-free with your Patreon. And on top of that, you get a shout-out, which is happening right now. Jimmy! Hit me with the names of the most wonderful people in the world who would never, ever, ever be too fat to play basketball. Jimmy, hit me with them right fucking now.
This was Executive Producer Gary Howard in Livingston, Texas. Simon Shedd over there in England. It's his birthday.
Hey, happy birthday, Simon. Simon and Jordan, we miss you over here on this side of the pond. Yeah, it's been been too long.
Winter Steinway as well. Thank you all so much. For everything you do. Other producers this week, Peyton Meadows, Monsignor. It's his birthday as well. Happy birthday.
Jesus, they're from the other side of the pond. Another friend from over there.
He's going to come over to Terrytown, for Christ's sake. That's going to be wild. Yeah.
We'll have to show him a good time after the show. Yeah. He's been a fan since like the second Crime and Sports episode. So
go have drinks with this man.
We got to put one back with him.
Scott Richard, or Richard. He's in Maricopa. Arizona. That's
boy, poor bastard. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Happy hours in Sedalia, Missouri this week. Good for you, buddy.
How about that?
It's
good to see.
watch out for tornadoes. Huh? Janice Hill, Penny Boyce,
Janice Hill.
Desmond Thorne. Well, yeah, she's great. She's been
She's
around
always
for so
on there.
long,
Thank
too.
you, Janice Hill. Yeah.
Claire Tiscornia. Yeah.
Teixeira? The old Yankee
No.
first baseman? No.
Tiscornia.
Okay.
Becky Kinsling, Elliot Botello, Jason Huson, Maritza Hoviner, Athena Ray, Elijah Glazer, Andrew Hagland, Angie Hines, Beef Baby Boy. Yeah.
Beef Baby Boy.
Sarah Carlton, Shona Young, Joseph Hardigan, Lou with no last name, Elliot Clark, Shock Jello, Jojo O'Sullivan, Dominic Cheney. It's not Cheney, that's two E's. Marianne Bangzo. Good for you. Betty Costello, Jennifer Kukin, Janae CB, Jim Heath, Susie Q. Carls, Ella with no last name, Mariella Formachoni, and then also she got two. Yeah,
Oh,
that's two patrons
you.
for Mariella Formachoni. The Coney, perhaps. Germinder, Rhonda Hawa. Yep.
Ron Howard?
Jeanette
What did
What is it?
Say Ron Howard? What was that?
No, Germinder. Rhonda Hawa.
Oh, Ron Howard. I thought you said Ron Howard. I was like, what?
Yeah, maybe
Ron
that's
Howard's-
what it is in another
Ron Howard's
language.
Patreon? Wow, not bad.
Jeanette Midland, Jordan Josselson, Katie Zolo, Tasha Knight, Ann Perry, Leslie Rowland, Skip with no last name, Amy T, Elijah or Alicia, Iraheta, Haley Kurtner, Cameron Bullard, Gregory Baracci, Michelle Tallarico, Larissa Gilmore, Joy Ritter, Huizinga, Private Butters. Yeah, probably not a person. Mikey Indigo,
South Park,
Nate
Private
Zodi,
Butters.
Narisa Milo Hobb, T Money, Oscar Borg, Elizabeth with no last name, Jennifer Squire, Gianessa with no last name, Ted Fred Bread, Danielle Christensen, Brooks Patterson, Krista Rittinger, Amanda S., Brooke Crowley, Lex Lucifer, Amy Schrauf, Brenna Kromka, Laura with no last name, Casey Hunley, Melanie Cronin, Nikki with no last name, Alex with no last name, Hope Llewellyn, yep, Lou Allen, Jennifer Simpson, Karen Coraver, Stephanie with no last name, Melissa Spittle, Damian Siegler, Jacqueline Lamar, Aaron Miller, Soggy Head of Lettuce, Tiffany Ham, Christy Piatella, Joe Mama. Probably not a real person.
That's good. Yeah.
assuming.
Well, you never know, Jimmy. I mean, honestly.
Lance Nigel Williams, Croy Aloysius, Pockets Roasty Shins. I don't know what that means. It's a bunch of words. Susan with no last name. Dawn Livingston. Sarah Small. Chris Rouse. Susan Jareen. Max with no last name. Chris O'Mara. Wyatt Wade. Gail Briggs. Dom the Blind. Oh, that's Dom. Maddie G. Joe with no last name. Christina Benjamin. Michelle Derringer. Annie with no last name. Tara with no last name. John Perkins. Heather with no last name. Cora Jane. Three Rats in a Trench Coat. John Bella. Aaron Arnold. Tammy with no last name, Erica Collins, Jessica Freeman, Aaron Hardman, Denise McLeod, Sarah Lundgren, Anna Russell with no last name, Randy with no last name. Anna's last name is Russell, that's true. Holly T, Kayla Abert, Zachary Cannon, Susan Surf, Sunshine with no E, Wit, Brendan Gauze.
Yeah.
Brad Warren, Chelsea Ball, Kara Brigham, Kelly McKenzie, Madeline Fahey, Rachel Hayes, Doug Griffey, Jessica Ward, Leslie Battler, Kelsey Scherzinger, Andrea Leonardo, Megan Farrow, Q-Ron France, Terrence, nope, that's Tarika, De Oliveira, Michelle Olsch, Melissa Surley, Cyril, Jeremy Mazes, Timo with no last name, Karen with no last name, Owen Butkovich, Elisa, Elisa. It's probably Elisa, right? Barnes.
Probably.
Lauren with no last name. Ren Milner. Trisha Liptrap. Okay. Rachel Francis. Rachel Deck. Peter Pants. Probably not. Harley Elliott. Stephanie Lasco, and every person that patrons this show. Thank you so much.
Thank you, you kind, wonderful, awesome, and discerning bastards.
Yeah.
Thank you for what you do, and thank you for loving the shows, and thank you for all of that.
James.
Men of substance,
Yeah.
yes. I would like to put a request out to people, and I should have probably done this anytime, but right at the end of the show when everybody stops
do it back
listening.
here
but,
where nobody listens.
But just in case, these are the real hardcore, so they might actually do it.
All right.
If you know of any bowlers who have had criminal stuff happen, please let me know. I've been dying to fucking do a bowler on this show for so goddamn long, and I cannot
There's got to be one.
It's so hard. I mean, like, Pete Weber's insane, but he doesn't really get arrested or
Is
anything.
that
I don't know.
you know
how he
who
doesn't-
I am guy?
Yeah, I mean, he's nuts, but
Yeah.
it's all legal nuts. I mean, he's drunk and stuff, but I guess he's not driving. I don't know.
Yeah.
So who knows? But if you find anybody, hit me up. I'd be very happy to hear that. So thank you for looking. So in addition to that, definitely if you want to follow us on social media or anything like that, head over to the new and improved shutupandgivememurder.com and putz around and get some merchandise and hang out with us and do all of that shit. And then keep coming back each and every goddamn week. You can follow us on social media, do all that kind of stuff. Keep coming back, keep seeing us. And live from the Crime and Sports Studios. We will see you next week, everybody.
Bye.